Your brother, your friend, your dietitian back again for another installment in spirit, nutrition. 3 ways to increase your self-confidence. Let's get it popping. 3 ways to help increase and build your self-confidence. Number 1, the first way is to sit in the front of the room. When you are in group settings, a lot of times people like to move to the back of the room, sit in the back of the room, so they can be a little less conspicuous. They can stick out a little less. But the secret is that in order to pull out that confident side in you, you want to move to the front of the room. You'll feel a little nervous, a little butterflies, a little tingling at first, but ultimately it'll pay off because you'll start feeling a little more confident as you go to the front of the room and sit in the front of the room. People usually don't sit in the front of rooms because they want less attention on them. They want to be less conspicuous. They want to be inconspicuous. And that stems from a low self-esteem, or it may just stem from not wanting to be in the spotlight. But remember, there is nothing inconspicuous about success. If you intend on succeeding in life, if you intend on moving ahead in life, you cannot be timid. You have to be confident. And so one tip, one exercise is, whenever you're in a group setting, go straight to the front, sit down. Number 2, easy. Speak up. Speak up, speak up, speak up, speak up. In group settings, again, don't think in your mind, what I have to say is stupid. If you're a university student and you're in class and you don't understand what the hell the professor's saying, say something about it. Ask questions. If you think that you have a point that you could raise that other people may think they may value from, you think other people may value from, speak up. Be the person who does the icebreaker. Be the one who breaks the ice. That builds self-confidence. I'm known at my organization, I'm known in my cohort as the one who always volunteers first to speak up because I have self-confidence. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to speak up first, so sometimes I don't like going first, because you can learn from your environment and learn from how you're supposed to act and react in certain settings, and you can learn the culture of communication in that setting. You can learn the language and things like that. So you want to use discretion when you're speaking up, but in general, be the one that's an icebreaker. What you have to say is uniquely valuable. Don't think that people will think what you're saying is stupid, because a lot of times most people are thinking what you're thinking. They're just afraid to say it. They're just too afraid to say it. So be the first one to speak up. As you do that, you'll build up self-confidence, and then you'll be known as the person who always has something valuable to say. I had a large organizational meeting at one of my jobs. Well, I only have one job now, but at my gig, and we had a speaker come out, and I was one of the speakers actually. So I spoke before like over 100 people, but we had another speaker come up who the organization paid. She spoke for 2 hours. And then when it was time to ask questions, no one said anything. It was only like 2 or 3 people. And I was one of the first people to say something and ask a deep well thought out question, which a lot of people appreciated. The executives sent me emails later saying, "Mark, I appreciated how you asked those great questions and also how you spoke during your speech and your talk." So speak up. It'll increase your self-confidence. And trust me, if you can speak well and you're well spoken, that's automatic. That's an automatic path to leadership. So develop that. Another thing, the third way to build self-confidence, I already said sitting in the front of the room, because most people want to be inconspicuous, but there's nothing inconspicuous about success. Speaking up when you're in group settings, always being the person that does the icebreaker, breaks the ice. Lastly is always practice making eye contact. So it also depends on your culture. If you're watching videos and you're from maybe Asia or different parts of the of America, like in South America, Central America, or if you're from certain parts in Africa, making eye contact may not be the best thing, but in Western society, meaning societies governed or spearheaded by a lot of European countries, Caucasian, and that includes North America and the United States where I live, you want to make eye contact. When you don't make eye contact and you're looking down all the time, in America at least, because I know I have international viewers, it's seen as you have something hidden, or it's seen as I don't have confidence around you, or it's seen as I think you're more superior to me, or it's seen as I have said something about you, or I've thought negatively about you, I've done something behind your back, and I don't want to be discovered. So it's all these, implied negatives, implied subtractions. You want to make eye contact. You don't have to be fierce about it, but show that you're confident, show that you're paying attention, show that you're aware, show that you believe what you're saying. And I practice public speaking, and when I speak, I make sure I'm looking at every person in the audience, or not every person, but as many people as I can. I look and make eye contact. So at first it'll be difficult, man, especially with people of power. You could feel when they say you look into someone's soul, you could feel it, but don't break gaze. Just keep looking and build up that practice. You don't have to, gaze into somebody's soul unless you're interested in them, unless you're attracted to them. But in general, you just want to make eye contact. That'll build your self-confidence. So sitting in the front, speaking up, being the icebreaker, making eye contact. These are all ways to build your self-confidence. I want to add some bonus ones just because I'm feeling generous. Another one is to smile big, baby. Smile and smile big. If you've ever been in a confrontation, an uncomfortable situation, a strange situation, smiling always helps. Smiling shows that you're open, that you're self-aware, that you're not self-aware, but you're comfortable in your own skin, and you're confident in who you are and what you're bringing to the table. So you also are safe. You are open. It just exudes positive energy. You know what I mean? Buenas vibras. So you want to smile. When people when I travel to like India, Mexico, just whatever, people always say esa sonrisa, like, that smile, like they always know and recognize me for the smile. And the smile is universal. So it's like when I was in India and traveling, I couldn't speak a lot of Hindi. I only knew basic words, basic phrases, but I would smile at sisters and brothers too, and they can make the connection. So smile big. Another thing is, and when I say smile, before I go on to the next one, smile big. I mean, like, show some teeth. Even if you got a jacked up smile, smiles are beautiful, period. Like, you could be toothless and you could be smiling. It's about what it represents. It's about the energy behind it. So smile regardless of how your grill looks. You know what I mean? Just represent. Another thing is, practice a good handshake. Practice a firm handshake. Don't have a limp, weak handshake. Now, don't break anybody's arm or break anybody's hands and fingers and stuff, but show that you're self-confident, show that you mean business, show that you're interested in the person, and make eye contact and shake their hand firmly. I am a little more careful with this with young women because I'm not trying to harm them, but young women like that too from a man. If you shake their hand and it's a nice firm handshake, just a press, a nice squeeze. It doesn't have to be, you're trying to break somebody's hand or you're doing something extreme. But the women like that. They love the energy, the masculine energy, the power, and people that you work with will see this person. This is a person of energy. This is a person of direction. This is a person of confidence. They're not just somebody to be toyed around with. This person is serious. So those are my jewels. Your brother, your friend, your dietitian, back again for another installment. It's good to be on YouTube again after a hiatus. So I'm trying to see if I can get to 3,000 subscribers. I want to spread the message more about the Maverick lifestyle, the freedom lifestyle, traveling, aprendiendo idiomas, learning languages, ganando dinero, making money, billetes, and eating healthy, self-development, working on your character. I'm trying to spread that message further out of love and for free. So I'm going to be making more videos, and I want you guys to stay tuned. Blessings, more health, mad wealth.